St. John team! Yeah, what's up? How you doing? We good? You cut that, you cut that. Like, take me back on that one, man. Cut that down. Take me back. All right, goodness. Having a good night? Yeah. Follow all that good talent, man. My goodness. I'm trying to do a little something. Okay. But my name is Ephraim. As she said, Dominique brought me up there. Me and my lovely wife Stephanie come from the mighty state of South Carolina. SC, right? SC. I've been down here in Florida about 11 years now, and she's been here about a little 4 years. One of the biggest things I learned moving to Florida is that there's a really big distinctive difference between the South and Florida. Right? The South and Florida, in case you didn't know. So I'm breaking it down for you. What's the South? The South is South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, those Bible Belt states, you know what I mean? Those Bible Belt states where you can find a Baptist church on every corner. You know, it's like Wawa, every corner, man, seriously. Right? You know, that traditional Southern hospitality, right? The Southern hospitality. And real quick, Southern hospitality is a real thing. Ain't no little something that was made up to sound cute. That's a real thing, it really is. And my mom, my in-laws are the epitome of Southern hospitality, right? You go to my mom-in-law's house, she's gonna make you feel welcome, and she's gonna take care of you, right? You be in the house chilling, you know, just sitting there chilling, and she'll be like, let me know if you get a little cold in here, because you know, we keep the AC turned down a little, gets a little hot in the house, so I'll make sure you know, just let me know if you're okay, all right? You okay? Okay, good. Now, you need anything to drink or anything? I'm about to go into the kitchen, I got some sweet tea, and I just brewed it up. I can get you a glass, you sure? Let me go get you a glass of this sweet tea. Go ahead and fix you a glass of this. I'm gonna fix you a glass. If you don't want to drink it, don't even worry about it. All right? Okay. Love my mom-in-law, man. Love my mom-in-law. But yeah, that's Southern hospitality, man. I noticed when I moved to Florida, it kind of dissipates when you get past I-10. I-10, that Jacksonville, Tallahassee kind of border, except Publix down here, except Publix. I mean, you go to Publix, man, those people make you feel welcome to come in there. I gotta say that. You know, I mean, I had to tell one of the baggers one day, I had to tell them, I said, I appreciate what y'all do around here, I really do. But I really can't have another grown man walking me to my car. I appreciate you though, I do, I really appreciate it. I do. Several Publix, man, you know? Well, yeah, I've been in Florida, man, and real quick, my true born and raised Floridians, I want y'all to relax. This is not a jump on all over Florida thing, it's not that, you know. It's just that if somebody had to ask me, how has my experience been since I moved down here? I would just respond that it took some getting used to. That's all. It just took some getting used to. You gotta understand where I'm from. South Carolina's a way different life back home, you know. It just took some getting used to, that's all. And it wasn't all bad things to get used to. Let me get that out there too. It wasn't all bad things, you know. Like that whole no state tax thing down here. I got really, that was cool. That was cool, man. I remember my first job where I met Sean at Sears. I look at my first pay stub. You look at your first paycheck pay stub. Okay, federal taxes. Yeah, Medicare, yeah. Social Security. Oh, that's it. Oh, damn, I can work with that. Yeah, work with that all day, man, because back in Carolina, man, not only do you pay state taxes, you also pay an annual car tax on your car. What makes that a big deal? My registration for my car this year in Florida came in the mail for 1 year, $32 to renew the registration, right? My same car back home for the annual car tax, a little around $200. Same car, same little sticker that goes on your license plate, nothing different. Nothing different, same car there, man. So the whole tax thing, I definitely adhere to that when I moved to Florida. Only problem is, I found out what you don't pay in state taxes, you make up for in Florida car insurance down here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, listen. I moved here, and I called my car insurance company, and I gave them my new address, and that lady gave me the new price. And I had to pause, and I said, but I only have one car. Seriously, I said this. I said, I only have one car. She said, yeah, Mr. Lipscomb, we know that's pretty much what happens is we give us the address, we put it into the system. You know, the system lets us know based on your zip code and what state you're in, what the price is. Right? And I'm thinking to myself, man, why does it cost so much down here? And I started driving around Orlando. And I started driving around the Central Florida area, and it started to slowly make more sense to me why this premium was what it was. I got to tell you, Florida, I have never seen such stuff since I lived down here, man. I mean, you be in a 3-lane road and this person on the right lane, they got to cut over all 3 lanes. They got to cut over all 3 lanes, and they're not going to signal. They're going to cut over all 3 lanes, and they got to make this U-turn to get the Publix. They got to get the Publix. They got to get the Publix, and look, I know Publix subs are awesome, I do, but it can't be that serious. It really can't be. I mean, I've never seen so many people just pull out in front of you and drop a dime, man. You could be coming down a major road like Cimarron or 50, you doing like 50, 55 coming down the road, and you see somebody coming out of a parking lot like Walmart or something like that, and they see you coming. They see you coming, and you looking at them, they looking at you, and you looking at them, they looking at you, and boom, they pull out in front of you. Doing 20 miles an hour. Doing 20. So not only did you just pull out in front of me at the last minute, then you're going to go slow. Then you're going to go slow. At least step on the gas or something. That's all I ask. Step on the gas. That's all I ask. And then if you mess around and get into a car accident, Florida's a no-fault state. I had no idea what that meant when I moved here. Until I did some reading. And all that means is you get into an accident, it don't matter whose fault it is. It don't matter whose fault it is. It's between you and that person and your insurance companies to hash it out on who's going to pay for what. And you can imagine how that conversation goes, right? I got hit in the back last summer. Got rear-ended. And the Florida Highway Patrol came out there, wrote the little report up. And I got my copy of the report, and I'm looking at it. And it had my information and that guy's information, where the accident happened at. And that was it. It didn't say anything about who caused this accident. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this piece of paper? Do I take this to court? Does this say anything? You know? So, the whole Florida driving experience, man, that definitely was a wake-up call for me. I had to really become a defensive driver real quick down here. I don't know how to do that. But aside from that, though, definitely love this Florida weather. I'd take this Florida weather all day and tomorrow. I tell you that. I tell you that, man, because I take even the summertime daily around 417 category 1 severe thunderstorm that lasts about 20 minutes, right? That's not just enough to ruin your barbecue, just a little bit, right? But I still take that. I'll take that all day, man. I'm telling you, I greatly enjoy it being December and still being 70, 75 degrees down here. Because back home was in the 30s. High 30s, low 30s, low high 20s, all that stuff. Me and Stephanie on, taking pictures on by poolside with our feet up, put them on Facebook for our family to see. Come on, we gotta mess with them. Because it's cold back home, man. But don't get me wrong though. I do miss some of that cold weather. I do. As far as the holiday season, by the fireplace with a cup of coffee, some hot cocoa, snugged up with my lady right there. We might catch some snow sometimes we go home and whatnot. I just don't miss that being 4 and 5 months in a row. I don't, man, because I remember growing up, man. I remember growing up at the bus stop, waiting on the bus. Waiting on the bus with my Timberlands on, and my big jacket, and my gloves on, and my wool hat, hoping and praying the bus come early. Just out there, cold, man. Just hated it. Absolutely hated it. I know I couldn't survive up north like New York or somewhere. I know I couldn't. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it at all. So I take the weather all day, man. Take it all day. Definitely, being in Florida, one thing you have to get used to, whether you like it or not, is you have to get used to dealing with tourists. Right? It's like a horror movie. You gotta say tourists. It is. It really is, man. I seen a stat a couple weeks ago. I seen this stat that said last year, almost 70 million people visited the Orlando area. #1 tourist destination in the world. And when I seen that number, I said, well, that explains a lot right there, because they are everywhere. Just like locusts, tourists are everywhere, man. I'm trying to tell you, you think you might be in a local spot where only locals go to? Nope, they're right there next to you. They're right there next to you, fanny packing on. I didn't know they even still made fanny packs. I think they still sold those, right? Fanny pack and all, man. I mean, Brazilian tour bus group and all. And if you ever seen a Brazilian tour group, they come in droves. And they would tear a store up. Seriously, man, right next to you. I mean, matching family reunion t-shirts and all. They come deep. Tourists, man, they ain't going nowhere either. That fuels the state. A lot of money coming in right there. They ain't going nowhere. And I used to work at Disney for a couple years back in the day. So definitely I've seen some funny things from tourists and whatnot. One of my funniest memories is I worked at one of the water parks, Blizzard Beach out there. And I worked part-time on the weekends, and the hours at Blizzard Beach was like 10:30 in the morning to whenever the sun went down, right? So during the summertime, of course, the days are longer, so the park closed around 7:30. So when people come in the morning, 10:30 in the morning, they come through the gate, and the kids, they're excited. Kids, they're excited. They're excited, man. They're going to see Mickey, and I'm going to get a water slide, and I'm going to get the wave pool, and I'm going to get some ice cream, and I'm going to get a funnel cake, and I'm going to get this, and I'm going to get that. They can't sit still. They're excited. Skip to the door. Skip to the gate. Skip to the gate. And the parents, they're excited too, because they want to show their kids a good time. They're excited. They got them charge cars ready. They got them warmed up, man. A bottle of water, $5. Right? Doesn't matter. We're going to have a good time. Doesn't matter. Those little water bottles with the little fan on them, they spray the water, $18. Charge it. You have a good time this week. One of those beach towels with Mickey's face on them, $45. You have a good time. Right? So they be in the park, come next day at 10:30, and they out there in the hot Florida sun, walking around the wave pool and the slides. In the hot Florida sun, they at the beach thing, walking around the park, in the hot Florida sun for 8, 10 hours. And then when they walking out that park and the park is closed, it looked like The Walking Dead. I feel bad for the little kids that's too big to carry and they gotta walk, they just they must start crying. I hate to laugh at what they do. And they got the little parents holding the little infants, they just knocked out. They just in the hands, just knocked out. It's a sad scene, but it'd be funny though. It do, I can't lie, it's funny. Now I tell that story, from the working effects perspective when I was working there, but I actually had that personal experience, Back when me and Steph was still dating long distance, I'm here in Orlando, she's still back home in Carolina. She was coming down to visit me one weekend. And she was telling me how she only been to Disney one time back in high school, so I want to show my lady a good time, man. Come down to Disney, show a good time. And I wasn't working at Disney no more, but I still had me a Disney Connect. You gotta have your theme park Connect in Orlando. Gotta have that Connect. So my Connect hooked me up with 2 one-day park hopper tickets, right? And that's exactly what we did. We hopped on every park that day. 10:30 a.m., we started at Animal Kingdom, and we made our way to Epcot, and we made our way to Hollywood Studios, and we ended our day with the fireworks at Magic Kingdom. And the fireworks end around 11:30 at night. 10:30 at Animal Kingdom in the morning, 11:30 at night at Magic Kingdom. It was a long day, y'all. It was a long day. And when the day was over, and the fireworks was over, and the park was closing, we was right there with The Walking Dead. We was right there. And if you've ever been to Magic Kingdom, you know where the fireworks at and getting back to your car, that's an excursion in itself. That's a whole other trip. That's a whole other trip. To do the fireworks at Cinderella's Castle, and to get from Cinderella's Castle, you gotta walk about a half to a 3/4 mile walk to the ferry or the monorail, which takes you over to the transportation center. And if you parked your car at another park, you gotta take a bus over to that park. But luckily, I knew it was gonna end our day at Magic Kingdom, so I was thinking ahead. I was being smart, right? Not really. You still gotta take this trolley. You gotta take this trolley out to the parking lot where your car is at, and the parking lot is like 10 football fields big, right? And then heaven forbid, you forget what cartoon character you part next to. Did we part next to Goofy? I could have sworn it was that. Yeah, then you find yourself doing this number right here. You ever, this number? You ever see somebody do this? Did it myself, man. Some horror stories, man. I heard some people still out looking for their car out there right now. Still out there looking, man. Florida, man. Yeah, been Florida. Been there for a while, man. We got married while we living down here. Had our first son, baby Nas. Had a little baby. Thank you. Appreciate that. And definitely, becoming a parent, having a son and whatnot, it's one of the feelings I can't even explain, definitely is the best thing happened to my life and whatnot. If you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not a parent, you'll know it when it happens to you. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about that. And the main thing is people always tell you, life changed, we had kids, life changed, et cetera, et cetera. What they can't tell you is, they can't tell you how life changes because everybody's experience is different, right? For us in particular, I knew the day he was born, up there in Winnie Palmer, the day he was born, I knew that me and Steph were no longer the family celebrities. Let me say what I mean by that. Tell you what I mean by that. Like I said, me and Steph, born and raised South Carolina, born and raised. Both sides of our families, about 95% of our family all live in South Carolina. Like it's a very small percentage that actually move outside the state, right? So us being in Florida is probably a big deal. Every time we go home, we the family celebrities. Oh man, F and Stuff is in town. How y'all doing? Man, y'all down there in Florida, right? Wow, how long y'all been down there? God, y'all up in that Orlando area? Man, that's awesome. How long that drive is? God, we gotta come down there and see y'all, man. They ain't never come. Every time we go home, it's the same bum rush. We go home kind of often because we like seeing our family and whatnot. But I told Steph, I said, when he was born, I said, we are no longer family celebrities at this moment. Nobody cares about seeing us no more. I said, watch what I say. She believed. I said, watch what I say. First trip home was in April. This past April, my baby sister was graduating from the Marine boot camp. Now, I ain't seen my baby sister like 6 or 7 months because we couldn't travel much while my Steph was pregnant, so we ain't been home in a while. But my mama told her we was going to be making it. She was excited about seeing us and whatnot. So we driving up to Paris, out of South Carolina to the Marine base, and we get there, and the ceremony's going on. I'm just staring out there until I see my baby sister out there. I'm looking at her, and I'm just having a proud big brother moment, because we have a 15-year difference. So I seen her as a baby grow up, So I seen her grow from an infant and whatnot, and going through stuff and trials and tribulations, and getting through all that, and succeeding, going to the Marines, and I'm just proud and getting a little choked up and whatnot. Ceremony was over. They get their dismiss orders. Her fiance goes out there to go get her, to bring her back over to where the family is at, right? And I see her coming over there, and I'm thinking I'm about to get this big old, big brotherly love hug. And she went straight to the baby. Hey, Nas, hey, it's Auntie. Hey, look at you. Anybody got a hand sanitizer? Hey, look at you, he's so cute. Hey, Ephraim, hey, Stephanie. Hey, Nas. Hey, he's so cute. I said, man, life really changed. We went to that same weekend. We went up to Stephanie's family church. Her family church, man, where everybody knows everybody, small town feel. They've been in that church for decades and whatnot. Every time we go home and we visit them, we get that same bum rusher questions. Ephraim, Steph in town, how y'all doing, man? Down in Florida, right? Wow, y'all in Orlando. Did y'all get discount on Disney tickets? Okay. That's the real question. I'm like, yeah, I get a Florida resident discount, but I only got one ID, so you ain't getting that. Same bonus question. So we would get to the church, we slide in. Service had already started, so we slide in the back. In that back section for the parents with infant section, in case your infants start wilding out, you can slip out before you start getting dirty looks. Dirty looks you get. Take your child outside. So, service was over. And I picked Nas up and whatnot, because I'm getting ready for the same bum rushing question that we always get and whatnot. And I see a group of folks coming over to me, and I'm getting ready for it. And they walk up, and they're like, hey, how y'all doing? Oh my God, look at this baby. Oh my God, look at you. He's so cute. Look at him. Anybody got any hand sanitizer? Look at him. My goodness. Hey, everyone. Hey, Stephanie. Oh my gosh. Look just like Stephanie. He's so cute. St. John team, y'all was a great audience. I appreciate you. Enjoy the